FBI arrests Milwaukee judge, alleging she interfered in immigration operation. The FBI arrested a county judge in Milwaukee on Friday, alleging that she obstructed federal authorities who were seeking to detain an undocumented immigrant by escorting the man and his defense attorney through a non-public jury door. The arrest of Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan marks a significant escalation in Trump's administration's crackdown on immigration, in line with its rhetoric about going after local and state authorities on immigration-related matters. It also marks another step in the Trump administration's battle with judges over federal policy. In an appearance on Fox Friday, Attorney General Pam Bondi used the arrest to pull in the administration's broader, repeated criticism of judges. What's happening to our judiciary is beyond me, Bondi said after using the term deranged. Dugan faces charges of obstructing or impeding a proceeding before a department or agency of the United States, as well as charge of concealing an individual to prevent his discovery and arrest. A statement issued on Dugan's behalf indicated she had hired former U.S. Attorney Stephen Buskubik to represent her in the case. Judge Dugan will defend herself vigorously and looks forward to being exonerated, the statement said. Dugan was arrested by the FBI at about 8:30 a.m. local time in the parking lot of the Milwaukee County Courthouse before she entered the building, a senior law enforcement official told NBC News. She was then transferred to the custody of the U.S. Marshals, the official said. Dugan made an appearance before a federal magistrate judge and was released on bond with another court hearing scheduled for May 15. The news of Dugan's arrest broke in a post on X from FBI Director Kash Patel, which he initially deleted, then later reposted. He wrote that the Bureau believed that Dugan intentionally misdirected federal agents when the subject to be arrested appeared in Dugan's court on a separate case. Patel said that the agents chased down the perp on foot, but said that Dugan's obstruction created increased danger to the public. Bondi, referencing Dugan on her Fox News appearance on Friday afternoon, said, "Shame on her. That the type of conduct Dugan allegedly engaged in result in federal prosecutions. I cannot believe I think of some of these judges think that they are beyond or above the law, and they are not. And we're sending a very strong message today. If you are harboring a fugitive, we don't care who you are," Bondi said.
So, I mean, which judge is going to prosecute this judge?
It'll just be another, whether it's it'll be a federal court judge because it's a federal case now. They've taken it federal, so I think she's the.
It's not insanity. I was just waiting for it to happen. It was a matter of time because the judges was stopping him, like you've been saying, and so there's a matter of time when they're going to be like, we're just going to get rid of you.
Yeah, they've been talking about I guess this is the second judge that they've arrested.
Yeah.
This is the second judge they've arrested. I mean, when are they going to start arresting the judges for disagreeing with them? Because they're already saying that they called this an act of sedition and treason. And to me, that's just it's kind of like, I know they say the pot calling the kettle black or whatever you want to call it. It's crazy to me for them to use words like this. I'm listening to Pam Bondi, you guys are talking about sedition and treason, and the same people who just pardoned 1,600 people or more who tried to run in the Capitol, tried to, we're looking to kill, U.S. representatives, senators, whoever they can get their hands on to try and stop, a transition of power that's been going on in this country for hundreds of years.
Well, check it out. Let's look at it this way. There was almost 400 or 500 people that tried to run in and stop the transition of power about 3-4 years ago in America. Did you ever hear about that?
Yeah.
You know what they did to those people?
What did they do to them?
Nothing. And it's that they committed treason. You tried to overthrow a government, you committed treason. They did nothing to them because of the privilege of who they are. Absolutely. And look what happens. Now they took over your country like they tried to do before, but this way they took it semi-legally, and now their rules apply and yours don't. So they can throw out the word treason because Democrats refuse to do it. Democrats refuse to say it was sedition.
It's like revisionist history. Like you just talked about earlier in the segment we just did earlier about them removing the counters from the museum.
Yeah.
They want to revise what history is. So now we have a new set of people who are treasonous, who are doing sedition as well. These guys now, they're trying to change the narrative. They say it's his story. Whoever's in power, like you said, it's their story to tell. And this is what they're doing in this case right here. Do I believe the judge maybe have done something wrong? I don't know. But do I think that them arresting judges now, I think that it marks a very stark point in our history. I'm not saying that a judge should never be arrested, especially if they committed crimes. But I think it marks a very stark point in our history right now that we need to pay attention to. They've already started talking about arresting people for saying the wrong things. Like if you like, look at where Candace Owens, she just came out talking about, hey, we should be afraid of what the Trump administration is talking about right now. They're talking about basically if you say the wrong thing, if you're speaking the wrong kind of language about the government, they can arrest you for that. You know what I mean? And so I think people like shows like this right here are very important. Because we're talking the truth. We speak the truth. Whether we give you guys the facts and we give you our opinion of the facts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
but we're trying to make you aware of what kind of world you're living in right now. They're arresting federal judges because they don't agree. They don't agree with what they're saying. I mean, where does that end at? You know what I'm saying? Like what happens? I'm telling you, he's lost so much with the Supreme Court. He's going to lose something that's really, I mean, sorry, pissing him off. But they're not letting him know most of it. Because once he figures it out, he's going to have them arrested too. I mean, this is federal judges. Who are you compared to a federal judge? The judge is who you go in front of. Which judge is going to sit there and be like, throw another judge in jail?
He basically said that he wanted to take away the power. They tried to make a vote. They tried to vote on this. I think the House did vote on this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, where they can take away the power of the judges, where they can no longer stop him from doing his agenda. This is a part of the Constitution. You know, I mean, it's the crazy part about it. I'm not even a big, Constitution, because you guys don't believe in the Constitution. We know you don't. You know, you only want things that are going to benefit you and your people. We know this is the way this country has been for years. That's why you collapse together and call yourself one particular thing that's not even a real thing. That's why you did that. We understand that. But the point of it is, though, if this country is ever going to run the way it's supposed to, if it's going to stay together, you guys, we got to have some kind of rules that we go by. And I guess that's the Constitution, right?
No, we're going to have to go by state. In some countries or some states decide to.
Won't work that way.
Some's going to have to give. He's going to arrest the wrong person. I mean, I guess it won't. No, people won't realize what they've done to each other until American citizens start getting bombed.
Yeah, until it's too late.
And they're going to be like, and they're going to make you think, oh, they're all this and they're all that. Then you're going to see videos of people that you probably know, your family members, fellow Republicans, independents, libertarians, people on the streets dying because we all live amongst each other. You do realize that. Some of you may not live. I mean, we all live amongst each other. It is what it is.
Let me ask you this quick question. When we really kind of look at it from a perspective of he's trying to ease in right now, his whole entire 2028, like it's nothing. That's why we made hats now. They got hats.
I told you, bro, by the time,
but they're trying to make it normalize it. So what?
I told you, halfway through the summer, you're going to see exactly where we are. Like they came out running and gunning. They're getting a little resistance right now. What's about to be May, January, March, April, May, June, July, August. 3 months. I'll get August 2nd. Mark my words, folks. August 2nd, you're going to realize how deep of the shit we're in. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it the whole time. I'm like, they're going to let you know, look, you can only resist so much and they can change all the laws while you're trying to resist it.
No, and like I said, I agree. It's just to me, man, just looking at this, where this is heading right now, where we're heading as a country, if we don't stand up and start to resist and fight,
it's too late.
Pretty much,
it's too late. It's over. The only thing we can do is try to
1930s Germany
buckle down and hopefully he passes away.
It ain't gonna matter. Somebody else.
It wouldn't matter. JD Vance is great. They said a conspiracy about JD Vance. How everybody he went to go see the Pope. The next day the Pope died, and the day before, and the time for that he went to go see somebody else, and that person died. Then he went somewhere else. He went to Pakistan, and now they're at war.
So he's knocking people off.
He's like something's going on every time he goes somewhere. Some crazy stuff happens with JD Vance.
I don't like I say with JD Vance. I don't like him too much. I think he's a Manchurian candidate. When I look at him, I look at where his rise came from, the stuff he talked about, who's behind him and who's behind Trump right now. Like, we have to Peter Thiel. We got to start looking into those names. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. These guys are all part of the same system. They're all part of that South African, German, Nazi kind of.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. See, in America, they never really finished anything off, right? So think about this. They went and fought the Nazis, right? Did they kill Adolf? No. We have record now that's saying he lived his life happily in Argentina.
That's what they're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And they took the German scientists and brought them over to America and used them. They never really destroyed the Nazi stuff. They let it sit there and fester, just like the slaves. They had a chance to kill us all. They just couldn't do it.
You remember when we were in Colombia and they talked about Pablo, how they said that Pablo killed himself on that roof.
Yeah.
That it wasn't actually the officer who killed him. The officer came out, I guess, later on and admitted to not killing him. and just wanted to reward money, right? And so this is what it tells. This is history is really a story that we are told. We don't know any of this stuff. We don't know what's really happening.
Well, think about it. Remember being a kid, they told you Paul Revere was the one that was going, saying the British. It wasn't even him. It was his homeboy. His homeboy did it. He just didn't get the credit.
He didn't get the credit for it. And that's kind of how the world works for us. I think that what they're trying to do right now is take away what we're going through right here. They're taking away history and they're taking away our norms. And our norms right here is being able to have a judge with compassion on the bench. I mean, they're coming in here. Basically, people are going to their like either their appointments or their hearings, and they're being arrested at their appointments and their hearings. They're actually doing they're taking the due process that's put in front of them, and they're doing the right thing.
And people are going acting like people are acting like they don't care because to them they don't look like you, right? But they're snatching citizens up now and deporting them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all going to take for you to say something off wall. You won't even have to say nothing about the administration. You can say something about, one of his donors. You can start because they're trying to bust unions. What if you started, hey, I want to, start a union against Walmart. And Walmart's like, yo, this guy Doug Peterson's acting a little crazy.
Sedition,
they hit
treason.
You with something crazy, send your ass to El Salvador.
Send you to El Salvador and you stuck there because dude ain't bringing you back. People like, oh, the guy, I've seen this guy say some stupid stuff. He was like, well, they won't even let him release him from prison in El Salvador. Why do you think we should take him? I'm like, you know why they won't release him? Because it would look bad if they did.
No, the Trump administration is telling they went down and they said, do not let him out. His homeboy's like, I'd let him go. But Trump's telling me he's paying me not to.
Yeah, I mean, but the fact of the matter is he's paying you. Basically, you're trying to give away all the prisoners that we sent to you back to Venezuela for a prisoner swap with Maduro. He told you no. This is what the truth is right here. It was the actual thing where dude from El Salvador didn't even care about the people who they got from Venezuela. He was trying to trade them over to Venezuela for a prisoner swap for his people back. So was this a deal that was pre-made with Trump to take these people and do this and make us, you know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Are they really criminals? I'm not going to say that they're great people. They got, they're tattooed up. They look like they look, who knows? They may have committed crimes. I don't know. You know what I mean? Crossing the border is a crime, I guess, illegally, but it's not a crime. It's more of it's a civil matter. But back to the fact of the matter is, at hand, we're starting to lose our norms and it's becoming normal. And that's a scary thing right there.
It's a new norm. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world.